Hello everybody, my name is Suman Dua. I'm a registered migration agent at Nationwide Migration and Education. In this video today, we will be talking about the benefits of studying commercial cookery and the future pathways by studying this course. So when you study a commercial cookery course in Australia, the occupation outcome for the course is chef. So this occupation is on the MLTSSL list, which is the medium to long-term skilled occupation list of Australia. When your occupation is on the MLTSSL list, you become eligible to apply for the points tested visas like 189, 190 and 491 visa. Apart from that, if you have higher experience, you can also look at the 482 visa, which is the temporary skills shortage employer sponsored visa, and the 186, which is the permanent employer sponsored visa. But for these visas, you usually need higher work experience. The occupation of chef is open in all states at the moment, and the Department of Home Affairs is considering the occupation of chef as a critical occupation. So what it means is that there are plenty of jobs available for chefs in Australia. Another good thing with this occupation is that the course, which is Certificate 3 and Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, these courses are very affordable as compared to the higher degrees. The tuition fee for these courses start from 15,000 Australian dollars for the duration of 2 years, and there are different packages available for this course from different providers. The most common package could be a Certificate 3 in Commercial Cookery and a Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, or it could be Certificate 3, Certificate 4 and a Diploma in Hospitality Management. So it doesn't matter what kind of package they are offering you. The main thing to note is that the package does include Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery, which means the CRICOS registration of the course is 92 weeks. The reason that you want the duration to be 92 weeks is so that you can then become eligible for the temporary graduate visa, which is subclass 485, and it's granted for 18 months. Now let's look at the typical stages for a commercial cookery student. So there are 3 stages if you're coming here to study a commercial cookery course. The first stage is of course doing a 2 years course, so which includes a Certificate 3, Certificate 4 and the diploma, or just the Certificate 3 and Certificate 4 in commercial cookery. So like I mentioned before, it's very important that the course is registered for 2 years. So once you have completed that course, and you have done 360 hours of vocational placement as well while studying your course, you become eligible to lodge the temporary graduate visa in the graduate stream subclass 485. This visa is granted for 18 months and you are required to do a 1-year job ready program on your 485 visa. So this job ready program is like a supervised training where you become qualified to work as a chef. Stage 3 usually involves that you have already got the skills assessment through the job ready program and now you're ready to apply for 189 or state nominated visas like 190. So we have various videos regarding the skilled migration visas. I will put the link in the description. So these are the 3 main stages that you would go through as an international student in Australia who has come here to study commercial cookery. So for the job ready program as well, we do have another video, but I will explain you briefly what a job ready program is. So job ready program is a 4-step training program in which the step 1 is the provisional skills assessment. So to do the provisional skills assessment, you must hold an Australian qualification, which will be the 2 years of commercial cookery course and the evidence of 360 hours paid employment or vocational placement. So this is something that you will do while you are studying this course. So once you have received the successful outcome of the provisional skills assessment, that's when you will apply for the graduate visa subclass 485. Once you have lodged your 485 visa, you become eligible for the step 2, which is the job ready employment. So the applicant must be employed and provide a successful provisional skills assessment outcome, and you will also need an appropriate visa with at least 12 months eligibility and no work limitations. So the 485 visa does come with 18 months eligibility and it also does not have any work limitations. And you will also have to find an eligible employment, and once you have started an eligible employment, which is working as a trainee chef under a supervisor, you will move on to step 3, which is the job ready workplace assessment. So for this step, applicant must be employed and needs to provide the evidence of working for 863 hours at the workplace, and they will also need evidence that they have been paid from the last 6 months. Once you have done this step, you will move on to the final step, which is that you will complete the documents that your employer will have to sign, and you will also have to provide evidence of 1725 hours of paid employment over 12 months. Once you have provided this evidence, you become eligible for the final assessment. So this final assessment is something that you will need to apply for the skilled migration visas like subclass 189, 190 or 491. We have also noticed that many applicants do the commercial cookery course while on the temporary graduate visa subclass 485. This is because maybe they have done higher education in Australia and have received a 2 years 485 visa based on the higher education. And many times the occupation outcome for the course that they have done before is not on the occupation list, or maybe it's very difficult to get a skills assessment in that occupation, and then they wish to do a commercial cookery course. For those applicants, we do have fast track study options available as well, and the study options are also available in regional areas. So for these temporary graduate holders who have 2 years on their visa, so they will do 1 year commercial cookery course, which is the certificate 4 in commercial cookery for 52 weeks, and they will also do a 12 months job ready program. So it's very important for them that they actually have more than 2 years left on their visa when they start this commercial cookery course. So the best way to do it is that you plan very carefully. So when you're about to finish your higher education and you know that you will be doing a commercial cookery course after your master's or your bachelor's, it's best to start in the last semester of your higher education, or start it as soon as your higher education finishes, because that way you will be able to finish the whole process in 2 years and you will still have some time left on your 485 visa to wait for the invite from the state for visa subclasses 190 and 491. Now let's look at what options you will have once you have completed this course, completed the job ready program, and have a skills assessment. So the first option that you have is the general skilled migration visas, which is subclass 189, 190 or 491. This is usually the option for recent graduates because a lot of experience is not required for these visas, but you do need a skills assessment, which you will get through the job ready program. You do need minimum of 65 points, which includes the state points, and you need to be under 45 years of age, and you also need to have competent English. The other options you can look at once you have a minimum of 2 years work experience is 482 temporary skills shortage visa. So the only reason you may want to go on this one is that maybe you don't have competent English, because the English requirement for this visa is only 5 each in IELTS test or equivalent. Once you have 3 years full-time work experience, you can also look at 186 employer sponsored permanent visa. You do need competent English, and you do need employer for any employer sponsored visas, and you do need an employer who is ready to sponsor you for any employer sponsored visas like subclass 482 and 186. If you are somebody who's planning to study a commercial cookery course in Australia, I highly recommend that you look at the regional areas to study this course, especially if you're planning to do this course on a student visa and will study for full 2 years. If you do this 2 years course in a regional area, you will be allocated 5 points for the regional study towards your points tested visas like 189, 190 or 491. The other reason you may want to look at the regional areas to study this course is because if you are considering a 491 visa, which is a regional provisional skilled visa, which is granted for 5 years and does have a pathway to permanent residency in the future, you will be allocated 15 points from the state for this visa. So what it means is that you only need 50 points of your own, and the state will give you 15 points to make a total of 65 points. This could be highly beneficial for applicants who cannot score high points. Also, when you're looking at the regional visa, which is subclass 491, states usually have very relaxed requirements for this visa, and they may invite you with low points. So when you're in a regional location, you can not only target just the 491 visa option, but you can also target 189 or 190 visa. So there are a lot of things we can help you with. We can actually help you with the whole process. We can help you with the enrollment process in all states in Australia. We can also help you with regional providers, like if you are considering studying in a regional area, and we can also help you with the provisional skills assessment and the 485 visa application, your job ready program, and then the permanent residency application as well. Now let's look at some of the frequently asked questions that we have been getting regarding this course. So the first one I have is, will this occupation of chef still be available when I finish studying the course? As far as I can say, that the occupation of chef has always been in demand in Australia due to the number of jobs available in this occupation. Also, Australia is known for its hospitality and tourism sector. If anything, I can say that the demand for chefs will actually drastically increase in the near future. The next one I have is, do we have to find jobs ourselves for the vocational placement, or the college can help us? So it's up to you. So many students are able to find the jobs themselves because there are always jobs available. But if you're not able to find the jobs, the college that you are studying in can also help you to find the vocational placement or the paid training. How many days a week are the classes? So it does depend on the providers. It could be anything from 2 to 4 days a week. Is doing the job ready program mandatory? It is mandatory if you plan to get the skills assessment and look at the permanent residency options. But if you do not wish to stay back in Australia and you just want to get skilled and get some work experience in Australia and return back to your country, then the job ready program is not required. How many points do I need to get permanent residency as a chef? So this will depend on which state you are in and what visa subclass you are targeting. So what we have noticed is that for the visa subclass 491, we have seen the invitations at 65 points as well. And these 65 points, they include the state points. What are the next steps if I wish to enroll in the course? So we can help you with that. What I'm going to do is I will put a link to the webinar as well that we are doing for this course. So I would maybe encourage you to watch that webinar. So you can register for that webinar through the link in the description. Also, if you want us to help you with the enrollment process for a commercial cookery course anywhere in Australia, including regional locations, you can actually leave your details in the form that I'm leaving in the description, and one of my team members will get in touch with you shortly. I hope this information was helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. Stay updated about Australia's immigration. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel.